So yesterday TDS just released Night 3 of the Null and Void event, and with this update came the new Warlock tower, which you get from beating all 3 knights on hard mode. So today I went into Sandbox to test it out and showcase it, and let's see how it performs. So I haven't really done anything with this tower yet, so I really just want to see what it's like. I have heard some stuff about it being pretty good, but here it is right here. This thing is really cool, bro. There's so many event towers, bro. One more and we're gonna have 20 event towers, bro, because I do believe I own every single one, because literally every single one came back, which is funny. But a hybrid melee and range tower that fights with eldritch magic, capable of knocking back enemies and applying bleed. So yeah, it's kind of like a bunch of towers just combined in one, and it can detect hidden enemies. Wow. Alright, so first thing, I kind of just want to see this tower. Okay, well, off the bat, that is some insane range. And I guess that little red zone is the melee zone, but I do just want to see this tower first, because from the leaks it looked really cool. So it only has a 4 placement limit and it has 5 levels, so I'm gonna have to do some stuff here to see everything. But it's kind of like a werewolf with like a sword and some mage magic thing also. So yeah, this is levels 0 through 3, and it does look pretty cool. The sword is just like black, which is kind of boring, but the orb it's got and it's like armor and mask is really cool. Level 3 and level 4 really don't have any big change. The shoulder pad becomes black. Yeah, no, its tail turns black instead. So it's really just some color changes. But the max looks so cool, bro. Like the sword with the effects, and the orb gets amplified with some like little aura coming out of it, and the red glowing eye. Bro, this thing is actually so sick. This kind of looks like a Forsaken killer, bro. Like, I don't know what they're doing with this event, but first we got the Warlock and Lord Exo at the end of the like cutscene. They're both looking like Forsaken killers, bro, but I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So let's go ahead. I'm trying to put it in a spot where it uses its melee and its ranged. I guess like here is good. So at level 0, for 4,200, it's pretty expensive, so definitely not an early game tower, probably more of a late game oriented tower. It's got 19 range, 1.1 fire rate, and 25 damage, and I don't know if it has bleed off the bat. So yeah, it's shooting its range right there, and then when it goes into range of its red, it starts attacking manually. So yeah, it's doing 25, and then when it gets into its range, it switches to the sword, which does have some like delay. But oh, it actually is actually doing like 75 right there. Okay, well yeah, that's weird. It's kind of like buggy with that. So you are going to be losing some like damage. You are going to be losing some damage when it's like switching from its range to its melee attack to here. So at level 1 for 2,500, you get 20 range, 40 damage. The melee range is 7, 2 max hits. I think it had 2 max hits already, so. Oh yeah, so the melee damage is 50 right now, and I think it gets added on, but it's going to 85 now. So it's going to be 40 damage plus the 85, I guess. And yeah, it does have a cooldown of 2 seconds. So the melee fire rate is like higher than the normal, I think. So yeah, here's level 1. Let's go ahead and test that out, and it's the same thing. And it should just get destroyed when it goes in the melee range, I'd assume. Yeah, it's doing 125 right there, so it's about to die once it gets on stunned right here. Yeah, level 1 is definitely really good. Alright, so level 2 looks like a very big upgrade right here though. For 6,800, so basically the total cost of level 0 and level 1. You get 0.8 fire rates, 1e3 range, hidden detection, 60 damage. The melee gets 150 damage, 2-second cooldown. The melee range gets upgraded, it's still 2 max hits, but we get knockback of 20 right here. So I don't exactly know how the knockback works. I think it's like, oh, okay, wow, that is really strong, bro. It did not even reach its melee range because of that. Wow, this level is definitely really strong. Let me test this against like a hidden 450. Let's see this like knockback and stuff on it. Yeah, fast enemies when it's trying to switch is not good. It only gets like 1 hit on it, but it still did die really fast. 13.5k, not bad, definitely. Then at level 3, 60 to 115 damage. The melee is still 2 hits, 7.5 range, but it gets upgraded to 250 damage. And the cooldown goes down to 1.8 seconds, and the knockback gets improved again. That damage should be really good. It's just against these like fast enemies, it really struggles when it's trying to like switch to the melee and then go back, you know, because it only gets like 1 like melee hit really. But it's still better than only the range, I guess. And with the knockback, like it still can kill these strong enemies, as you can see. I'm not really using its range the best because it did get upgraded. This tower is pretty expensive though, I gotta keep in mind. But I think it's definitely worth what you're paying for. At level 4, for 18,500, you get 0.75 fire rate, 24 range, 200 damage. You finally get an upgraded max hit on the melee, 8 range, 400 damage. And now we unlock bleed at level 4, which it gets 3 bleed stacks on hit. And the knockback gets upgraded again. So level 4 does seem really strong. I do want to see this bleed. Let's like try out a strong enemy right here. So yeah, 200 damage. Well, it's got defense, but 200 damage on that. And then the melee with the bleed. Oh my goodness, bro. That is a lot of damage. And that bleed's already doing like 16 damage, which is really strong. It's already lost half its health. Okay, those summons are way too strong. We would need more melee for that. But like just to showcase, like it quickly just did like half its HP right there. You definitely need like all 4 of these to shine. One of these is not going to be doing a lot. Basically only the knockback is going to be doing something when you only got 1. But if you really want to get like the full damage, you need all 4 for like full knockback, full melee, all that. But at max for 28,000, it's a really cool icon, Abyss Walker. This might be like the coolest event tower yet, bro. This is a really cool like concept. But anyways, you get 0.6 fire rate, 26 range, 260 damage. The melee damage is 750, so basically that's like 1,000 when it hits on melee with 1.8 second cooldown, 6 bleed stacks on hit, 3 max hits, and the melee range does get upgraded, and the knockback gets upgraded. So yeah, let me go ahead and place this better for max. What is that knockback, bro? It's not even reaching the melee range. The melee range is really big. Okay, well, that's weird. Bro, that's kind of insane. Yeah, this thing does cost 72k, which is pretty expensive. But you only can get 4 of them. Like, you're not going to be spending that much total money on them. The melee splash is not the worst. It's not bad. And it has pretty fast fire rate. The range is pretty good, too. Like, if I was using the Warlock strictly for range, and I placed it, like, more over here, the melee would still hit over here. Maybe that would just be better, just to, like, optimize its range and knockback. Because, yeah, you are paying more than, like, these towers, but you also get the knockback, and you get the increased melee, and some, like, splash, so it's definitely worth it. Like, yeah, this didn't do that much better, really. And when I, like, fully used it for its range, like, if I did place the Warlock over here, like, yeah, that's doing really good damage, plus the knockback. Like, I think that will just do better than Excel, to be honest. Oh, yeah, with that, it actually performed a lot better, too. 12.9k. Yeah, really solid, actually. So now let's go ahead and test with like 4 of these. And I do kind of just want to space them out just to like see. But you do want to apply the bleed like earlier, right? So I get 2 up there, 2 over there. And let's test these against Gravedigger. Yeah, this time's 2 time scale by the way, but that bleed is actually really good. I definitely could have placed them all up the front for this, but that got kind of destroyed actually, bro. Alright, let me place them all up here and just micro them, and let's try out like a Fallen King. Just for the cheese, you know. I mean, pretty solid actually. They already did 30,000 damage, bro. Yeah, that stun is gonna suck, but and summons are gonna suck. And what is happening, bro? Okay. Yeah, so they're gonna die to summons, but the stuns, I mean, nah, they did good damage to the Fallen King though. Like, this melee is doing a lot with the bleed. Like, this is better, this is just better slasher, bro. This tower low-key kind of, it's not, I don't know if it's really OP, but it's definitely like really strong. Like, it could be used. Yeah, I think you guys get the idea here. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the new Warlock tower, and if you guys have beat Night 3 yet or are still struggling, or if you just ended up buying it. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.